never given up a hit to Terry Pendleton until Pendleton goes deep to right. Larry Walker is there, but the ball bounces off the top of the fence within inches of clearing. Blauser will come across. Bottom of the fifth, the Braves are up 3-1. Walker now at the plate. He pulls it through the hole, singling to right. Tim Laker is in. Here comes Mike Lansing, who beats the throw from Justice. It's 3-all. Top of the eighth, and Ron Gantz at the plate. Mel Rojas makes a mistake, and it costs him big time. Ron Gantz home run, the difference in this one. The Braves 4, Expos 3. The Braves have now been involved in 30 one-run games. Their record is 15-15. The Spos have struggled against Southpaws, losing 8 consecutive games and when opposed by a starting lefty. The Gents and Stros in Houston, and John Burkett looking for his 10th win. Fellow pitcher Greg Swindell without a challenge. That is mighty Matt Williams, already with 20 home runs, make it 21, and the Giants are up 3-0. That's Royce Clayton. He goes to the left. Will the Thrill scores. Here comes Matt Williams, and he is nailed. Top of the ninth, the Giants will salt it away, and it's mighty Matt again. A 3-run double off Xavier Hernandez. The Giants score 6 times in the ninth and win it by 7. 10-3. So Burkett gets win number 10. First in the NL to that number. 49,075 on hand to watch. That's the largest crowd for a game at the Dome since June 22nd of '66. The Padres in the mountains of Colorado. Bottom 2, Andres Galarraga. Kerry Taylor, welcome to the Cats world. The single to left. Phil Plantier. No, he can't handle it. Cole and Bichette score, and the Rockies are up 4-1. The lead is 9-1. Bottom of the third. We have 5 runs already in. Hey, Charlie Hayes. A 3-run shot. That's his 11th. It's an 8-run inning. That's a club record. Bottom of the seventh. It's 13-3. Here's Galarraga again. Bichette scoring again. Rockies win it 17-3. Jim Riggleman, got to be wondering which team is the expansion team. Pitcher Willie Blair drives in 4 runs front, but Saturday night he wasn't himself. He was somebody else. Chris Sabo takes him deep. It's Sabo's first career home run off of Hershiser. One batter later, the pitcher hitting. That's Tom Browning. To right he goes, and out. His second, and the Reds are up 4-1. 5th inning, Bobby Kelly steps to the plate. This is the kind of night it was for Oro. A little blooper that falls. It's a double. Hal Morris comes in. The Reds come through with a victory. Final score 8-4, pounding out 19 hits. Kelly, Morris, and Larkin with 3 each. 24. Yes, we can. The single off Darwin scores Molitor. Bottom of the fifth, Paul's at the plate. Got a couple of runners on, and he goes deep to left. Bob Zupzik is back there, but Bob Zupzik cannot handle it. Smashing into the KC sign. Butler and Alomar score. Molitor 3 for 4 ribbies. Dave Stewart was given good support. A season-high 9 via the K. Jays win 9-4. Molitor 8 hits in his last 10 at-bats. Now hitting .345. Olerud still above 400. He is at .402. At the stadium, Twins and Yanks. Scott Kamenecki is 7-hitter. Matt Noakes 2 home runs. Yanks 11 games above the 500 mark. Yankees fans go batty for bat day. Over 40,000 in the stands. To Cleveland, it's turned back to clock day. It's 1954. The Indians, AL champs, in a pitching staff that ranks as one of the all-time best. Bob Feller's fastball, faster than a motorcycle at 90 miles an hour. Today, Mark Grant on the mound. He was in 1954 form, getting Mike Devereaux. Grant Cade 4, no earned runs. 1954, remember the Willie Mays catch going back? How about Brady Anderson coming in? Bottom of the third, runners on second and third. It's Carlos Baerga facing Fernando. Baerga wins. Going opposite field, Lofton picks up the bat, clears the way for Wayne Kirby. The Tribe 1-54. They win again. 3-zip the final, and only his second appearance ever at the stadium. The first being in 1981. Fernando pitched well, giving well. Lou Whitaker is there, and Lou, what happened? Tigers hit 16 home runs as a team since Monday. Coming in, bottom first, Alan Trammell, and that's gone off Bill Wegman. His third of the season, Tigers up 2-1. Bottom of the fifth, Mickey Tettleton, that's gone. 2-run homer, his 16th of the season. In the bottom of the sixth, no one does it like Cecil. 5 home runs hit this week, make it 6 off of Mike Fetters, a 2-run shot, his 18th home run, 9 home runs this month. Tigers win it by a score of 10-7. Since last Sunday, Milwaukee has been getting very wet. 32 home runs hit in Tiger Stadium, 19 of them by Detroit. The Tigers' final home game of this stand is Sunday. The next
tease when he wants to. Top of the first, Cards leading 1-0. Mark Whitten taking Jose Guzman deep. 2 runs. His 9th of the year. Cardinals lead 3-0. Bottom of the first, 2-1 for Mark Grace, smacking the 3-run homer. Grace ties up the game with his 6th home run of the year, and then is a victim of some kind of weird water torture. Meanwhile, Alisea tortures the fans. I don't know what his problem is. Top of the 5th score, tied at 4. Todd Zeal the single. Jeffries chugging around third. He slides in safely. Witt, meantime, is caught in the rundown. The run counts, though, so Cardinals up by 1, and then Lee Smith closes us out and gets his 22nd save. St. Louis wins it by 2. Geronimo Pena finished with a homer and 2 doubles. Not bad considering he came into the game hitting a .141 against right-handers. It's because his team wasn't losing at the moment. They were tied until Jay Bell cleared all 3 bases with his 4th triple of the year. Mets obviously in a confused state. See what I mean? Pirates up 6-3. Bottom of the 7th, Pete Shorrock facing Jeff King. King the shot to third. What a nice catch by Jeff Kent. The run still scores, though. 7-3 Pirates. The Mets are bumming big time. They lose their 5th straight. 8-3 the final. Mr. Green not smiling. Jeff King, who went 3 for 4, hitting .484 during his 8-game hitting streak. Terry Mulholland in the 4th. Bases loaded, none out. But Geronimo Baroa grounding into the 5-2-3 double play. Started nicely by Mr. Kim Batiste. And the Phils hang on to beat the Marlins 5-2. Lenny Dykstra helping make it happen with 3 hits, including his 7th homer of the season. Dykstra.
Trouble. Tim Raines on second. Joey Cora bunts. JT Snow also in the Abbott trade. Flips to Springer. They call him safe. This was unfair. Check it again. It's not even close. Out, 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 safe. So Buck Rogers then has the shortstop, Gary DiSarcina, cheat towards second, what with runners on the corners, and Frank Thomas hits it where DiSarcina used to be. Raines scores 1-0 White Sox. Springer walks the bases loaded. George Bell, whammo. Chad Curtis, great run, great leap, great effort, no chance. 5-0 Chicago on the grand slam. Rogers gives Springer some fatherly advice, such as don't let the umpires' calls rattle you. White Sox win 11-6. Mike LaValliere is up. He caught this game for Chicago. Stockings do KC a favor. KC's still in front of both the Halos, and now the White Sox by 1 in the madcap scramble in the West. Mariners with a chance to reach 500 and close to within 2 of the top in the West. Top 3, Billy Ripken on first, 2 out. Gino Petrali laces it down the line and left. And this is as gutty a performance as you're going to see. Right here, Ripken pulls up with a hamstring pull and still slides in and avoids the tag of Bill Hasselman. Tremendous play. 1-0 Rangers. Give Ripken the nod on that one on Father's Day. And speaking of which, on Father's Day, Ken Griffey Jr. says, happy day, Dad. Whammo indeed. 14th homer of the season, 3-1 Mariners. And Griff Sr. says, yep, that one's mine. Bottom of the 8th, 11-2, Seattle pounding the Rangers. Henke on for some work, and Griffey on for yet another home run. And 13-2 the final. They sweep the Rangers for the first time since August of '87. And Griff Sr. very happy. On Father's Day, what more fitting? 2 homers for Griff Jr. and then 1 for Brett Boone, son of Bob, grandson of Ray. First road loss of the year for Lee Brandt.
This weekend, the ominous clouds perhaps symbolic of the mood in the Astros clubhouse. Or maybe not. Bottom of the first, Greg Biggio, the rainbow off Brian Hickerson. The first pitch of the first start of Hickerson, not auspicious. Astros built a 4-1 lead. Hickerson lasted 3 innings, and Pete Harnisch was in control. 7 Ks until the 6th. Then Will Clark, the base hit. Matt Williams, the base hit. And with 1 out, Dave Martinez turns on the Harnisch fastball, and just that quickly, the Giants even things up. But Houston jumped back in front 5-4 until the top of the 7th. And Will Clark puts the Giants ahead for good. Brian Williams, see it. Clark pointing the way to San Francisco's first sweep in Houston since September '88. They win at 8-5. They are 6-0 against Houston this year. They've won 9 of 10. Dusty Baker called the sweep the 3 sweetest games of his career. They leave town 10.5 ahead of the Stros. A sweltering day in Philly. A fish fry, if you will, with the Marlins in town. 3-1 Florida, bottom of the 7th. Charlie Huff feeling the heat, taken out of the game. And then John Kruk takes Trevor Hoffman out of the park. And the Phillies have a 4-3 lead, the 7th for Kruk. Top of the 9th, 2 outs. And Mitch Williams trying to slam the door facing Dave Magadan. The cameraman is so excited he can't hold still. And the wild thing with the strikeout to end the game, his 21st save. Tommy Green, 7 innings for his 9th victory in his last 10 starts. Obscure milestone of the night, Charlie Huff becomes the first pitcher in big league history to appear in 400 games, both as a starter and a reliever. Top of the first, David Justice with the base hit. Larry Walker, a very costly error, boots it out here. The ball rolls back to the wall. Sanders, yes, that's Dion, and Pendleton score. The Expos have allowed 47 unearned runs, most in the majors. Meanwhile, Glavine cruising. Strikes out Walker right there. Nice day for Walker. Top of the 5th, Braves up 3-1, and Gant, the base hit. Dion scores again. He had 2 hits and a walk. Braves up 4-1. Bottom of the 9th, it's a 5-1 lead, and Glavine, the game-ending double play. 3rd complete game of the season for Glavine. He's reversed that trend, beating the Expos twice this year, allowing 1 run in 18 innings. Bobby Cox says Glavine is pitching picture perfect right now. L.A., 4 home runs for the first time since May '91. 3 of them given up by Belcher. Snyder, Piazza, Karros, and Eric Davis homer. Kevin Mitchell extends his hitting streak to 15. The Rockies beat the Pods on Vinny Castilla's tie-breaking 2-run homer in the 7th. Colorado has won 6 of 9. They become the fastest ever to put 2 million through the turnstiles, 36 games into the season. Cards take 3 of 4 in Wrigley. Tom Pagnazzi, a 2-run homer. Sosa homered for Chicago. 13 more hits for the Cardinals, who punish that shorthanded pitching staff. Lee Smith leads the majors now.
Oh, can you believe that? They gave him another cow. Speaking of having a cow, the Twins' Kevin Tapani has one in the 1st inning. Mike Stanley brings home Noakes and O'Neill. 4-0 Yanks. Tapani would get out of the inning somehow, but and then in the 3rd inning, whammo, Paul O'Neill, 9th of the year. 9th that Tap has given up this season as well, and the Twins are up the creek. 5-0 into the bottom of the 5th. It's Dion James with his start. Whammo again, another triple-decker. It was slightly humid in the Bronx. 3rd of the year, 6-0 Yanks. Looked like a game across the street in the Sandlot at McCombs Dam Park. Bob Wickman, meanwhile, had great stuff. He whacks Shane Mack. He whacks Mack again, and then he whacks Dave McCarty in the 9th inning looking. Buck Showalter gets yet another complete game from his starters. Wickman has shut out the Twins. The 9th time this year the Twins have been whitewashed. They'd only been whitewashed 8 times all last year. It's a 14-1 career start for Wickman. Whitey Ford started 16-1. To be fair, in his 8 wins, the Yanks have scored 50 runs for Wickman. They will take it. A Blue Jay loss, and they would have been tied for 2nd. The Yanks have chugged into 4th place on the Major League runs scored board. This is all of baseball, mind you, and 3 of the 4 scoringest teams come from one division, the AL Beast. Speaking of which, the Blue Jays, number 2 on the list at Sky Dome. John Olerud, base hit in the 4th inning, 25-game hit streak, just 31 behind Joe DiMaggio. Just 31. Bottom of the 6th, it is 2-0 Boston. It was 2-0 Boston. Joe Carter connects to left, homer number 15, first since June 8th, and Frank Viola starts to say his first name. We're tied at 2. We go to bonus cantos. Carlos Quintana is up with the bases loaded, but Mike Timlin, you can feel the breeze from there, Q. 4 strikeouts for Quintana on the day. At the bottom of the 12th, first and second, Carter again. After the home run, he gets the game-winning rib. Jeff Russell taking to right field. Here comes Alomar, beats the throw easily. 3-2, the Jays sweep. That would be 7 in a row for Toronto and Joe Carter. Boston has lost 6 straight, 13 of the last 15, and they head home for a series with the Twins at Jurassic, formerly Fenway Park. Can anybody stop the big league runs leaders, the Tigers? Bottom of the 1st inning against the Brewers, and Ricky Bonas, it's bases loaded, 1-0 Tigers. Mickey Tettleton, forget the Fruit Loop stuff. Mickey Tettleton is Captain Crunch. Whammo, grand salame, 5-0 Tigers. Tettleton does it again, 17 homers this year. Despite the score, the Brewers did have a couple of bright spots. Check out Cecil Fielder when he comes to bat. That would be Cecil standing there. Now here's Cecil swinging during the cola beverage section of the game. A fly ball. Robin Yount, who's been in the league 400 years, goes back to the 400 sign. Coincidence? I think not. Great catch, but the Tigers were too much. Watch this. Alan Trammell bops one off Bonus's glove. Juan Bell, great stop. Juan, where's the pitcher's rubber? Right there. Kyler scores. Tigers win again, 7-3. 3rd day in a row, Tettleton is homered. 8th time this month, Tettleton is homered. 17th time Tettleton is homered this season. 2nd time this year, he has salamed. This Indians and the Orioles, 2-0 in the 2nd. Paul Abbott throwing to Chris Hoyles. Wayne Kirby, wonderful leap if he'd been 15 feet tall. Hoyles, 9th of the year, and then it rained. Wear your newspaper for fun. Why are the Indians trouble? Cal Ripken to Alvaro Espinosa. Saturday was turn back the clock to 1954 day. This was turn back the clock to 1993 day. Felix Fermin at shortstop. 3 Indian errors on the day. Harold Reynolds hits one deep to left. Albert Bell, he's back there in time but doesn't make the play. Orioles 6, Indians 3. Bell, Hoyles, Reynolds, 3 hits each. In Denver, a pitching duel between the Rockies and the Padres. Wally Whitehurst and Butch Henry and Ricky Gutierrez drive to right. Bichette can't make the catch, but check the throw. Bob Guerin's out of there. In the 6th, the aggressive style of Don Baylor hurts the Rockies. They try for the squeeze. Castilla misses it. Galarraga is nailed, but it's more than just that. It's a double play. Charlie Hayes is out at second. Wow. Top of the 7th, Padres down 1-0. Ricky Gutierrez bounces one over Mark Grant. Here comes Plantier to tie it at 1. Bottom of the 7th, though, Castilla makes up for the squeeze. 3rd homer of the year, 3-1 Rockies. They are 6-3 on the current homestand. They trail the Pods for 6 by just 3.5. At Three Rivers Stadium, I have not been in Pittsburgh since 1979. I don't know what they're talking about. Mets up 2-1. Saberhagen getting some help. Nice catch by the rookie Doug Saunders. But unfortunately, these are the Mets. Bottom of the 9th, Pirates down 1, bases loaded, and John Franco walks Kevin Young. 2-all, tie score. The next batter is Don Slaught as a pinch hitter. Bases reloaded. The base hit to center, and that's the ball game. John Franco, what would happen next? The Mets bullpen has blown 13 of 18 save opportunities. Mets now trail the Marlins by 10.5. Their winning percentage is .299. On the other hand, their losing percentage is now .701.